How's it going? Welcome back to our Marvel Snap video here on YouTube. Today's a deck highlight. That's the first in a series of decks that I'm going to be highlighting over the next month. That will be all cards from Pool 1 and Pool 2 collections. For those not familiar, this means all of the cards in the decks in this series you will get in your first 3 weeks to a month playing Marvel Snap. So they're good starting decks for you to work towards when you're just beginning out. These decks will all be competitive ones that you can achieve infinite rank with if you play well and understand what you're doing. Let's dive on in to our first one here, which is a deck built around a collector here. So whenever a card enters your hand from anywhere except your deck, this gets +2 power. So one of the more powerful 2-drops in the game in general. It's a card that can, with some frequency, hit double digits worth of power, which is incredible for any card, much less one that just costs 2 resources to start. Our next key card is one of the key enablers for Collector, and that's Moon Girl. On reveal, duplicate your hand. So there is a 7-card hard cap on your hand size in Marvel Snap, but that means if you have 3 or 4 cards in your hand when you Moon Girl, you get to give +6 power to your collector in addition to doubling up other powerful things in your hand. Speaking of which, one of the most powerful things we can be doubling up is the Devil Dinosaur, ongoing +2 cards, 2 power for each card in your hand. A ton of cards in our deck give us more cards in hand when we play them for enabling the collector, which leads to us having consistently large hand sizes. So Devil Dinosaur is frequently a 4 mana, 10, 12, or even 14 power play in that mid to late game. If you copy it with Moon Girl, you can Devil Dino on 5 and 6, giving you lots of stats in 2 different locations. The rest of the cards in the deck are varying things that generate us cards in different ways, such as Agent 13 and Cable and Sentinel. And then we've also got a few random, just kind of good cards mixed in. Angela for another payoff of a card that can get really large. Iron Man adds a lot of stats to another location. Another good one to double up with Moon Girl as well if you don't have Devil Dino in your hand. At any rate, I hope you enjoy the game highlights here. In addition to myself having a successful run with this deck, I've had a couple of people tell me that they achieved infinite rank with it this season. Definitely a fun and competitive option, especially with things like Cable that lets you play cards out of your opponent's deck. Enjoy, and I'll be back tomorrow with another deck highlight here on YouTube. Lead on Agent 13 here. See what we get with her. She gives us a random card when she pops up. Or Bass-like, kind of playable. Clintar is not a place we want to play most things. Our deck will probably end up playing into most paths, so Warpath's bonus for having an empty location is not likely something we're going to get. We drew a Brood off of their deck. A little sad that we cabled before they acquired there. So can't play 1, 2, or 3 cost things into here, but that's not too big of a deal because we've got some bigger 4s and stuff. So we'll play Sentinel, who creates us another copy of itself in our hand. Our deck is kind of built around being able to leverage Devil Dinosaur well. It gets +2 power for each card in our hand. So you'll note that every single card that we've played out so far has kind of put more cards back into our hand to that effect. They played Angela mid. I think I'm gonna Devil Dinosaur here. I have a Green Goblin? Killmonger, sure. Oh, the locations we're gonna swap here, which is why they Angela, right? I should have known that. This might be a game where we actually get the Warpath bonus, huh? I'm gonna White Queen to the left here, and then I guess I can Electra here in the middle for free, because this is gonna draw me a card out of their hand, and then I'm gonna draw a card for the turn, so Electra's basically just like a free run out. We drew the opponent's copy of Magic. So, Magic creates Limbo, which gives us a 7th turn, but I think I'm in a position to win this turn, right? I think we just like Warpath mid and then play Sentinel. Oh, I guess if I I guess if I play Sentinel, Warpath loses power, so maybe that's not ideal. Oh, right. This wasn't out of their deck. This was out of their hand. So you're right. They're probably going to play Magic this turn, huh? I was thinking this was out of their deck, but you're right. That was out of their hand. Huh? Maybe I'm supposed to play into here then. They're totally gonna Magic Clintar or Crimson Cosmos, right? Yeah, and now I can slide Nightcrawler left, and we could go Moon Girl plus Sentinel, or Moon Girl plus Brood middle even. This will be 14, 18, 19 in the middle. Oh, I don't want to fill middle because of Mojo. I can do this though. Yeah, I like this. And they have a 5-mana card here. Alright, so Shang-Chi gets our Devil Dinosaur, but we win. Cosmos and Limbo easy peasy here. See, chat, we don't need them fancy pull 3 cards. This deck's fine. Maybe even good. Agent to start here. Does our deck have enough cheap stuff to play Angela into the big house and push her up? Probably. It could also be right, just like kind of punt the big house and play into the right. I guess the big house has a 50% chance of getting destroyed here too. I'm gonna Angela into the big house because of Los Diablos. Even if Diablos doesn't blow this up, we have a decent shot to like draw Sentinels and stuff to pump this. Perfect. I think honestly I might just Electro this turn. They haven't played any 1-drops out yet. I'm just gonna use my resources. Just like we drew it up. Nightcrawler is actually a nice hit because we can play him into the Angela and then slide him off potentially, although we have 2 5s here. I'm gonna go ahead and Devil Dino into Lemuria. Ooh, debris filling my Angela. That's such a rough beat for us. So they snapped because they're going to win the Ruins now, I assume. Does Iron Man plus Sentinel plus Moon Girl win Los Diablos space? It probably does, right? That's 7. It'll be 18 total here. And then I'll have 18 here and 14, right? So they gotta put 5 more here, and then they gotta put 13 more here. I am Iron Man. They tried to Shang-Chi my dino, and they missed. Get out of here. Oh, they played a Nova, so they're setting up to Killmonger this turn. I think we still stay in. Am I getting magicked? They only played one card, right? And that doesn't win? It's gotta be magic, right? Uh-oh. Still doesn't win. Deal. Victory. Extra energy this turn. Well, that's a wonderful. Wonderful get to play Cable on 1. Devil Dino being the leftmost card in my hand with Moon Girl here means that Moon Girl on 4 can copy Devil Dino, and then I'll get to Dino on 4, 5, and 6 potentially. We also have Iron Man too, though. It could be a double Iron Man game also. Monster Isle. Iron Man's pretty good in a Monster Isle. It gives us a 9 power to double. I'm gonna play Mantis and Workshop. I feel like they're more likely to play here. They might just have nothing this turn, though, too. Playing this card out is pretty free, though, because Moon Girl's gonna fill my hand anyways. So might as well. On turn 5, all cards must be played here. That's fine, that's fine. But it misjudged where we were playing into. I guess they thought I wouldn't want to play into their Monster Isle. Yeah, I'm gonna Moon Girl here, and then I think we'll probably Iron Man here next turn. Strong Guy into here. So he gets bigger if they empty their hand. Does Iron Man end up being more than Dino in this instance? It might not actually, right? So if I Dino, next turn I go up to a 7th card in hand, and then we'll play Dino plus Sentinel. Yeah, I think this might actually be better here. Okay, so my opponent, we want to think of my opponent as being at a virtual 9 higher here. Although Elektra changes that dynamic a whole heck of a lot. She can destroy the Ant-Man, which is super valuable. Also kills Squirrel Girl, but that effectively limits them on the ability to Ant-Man here. If I do something like this, this is going down to 10, so I only have a total of 15 here. And they kind of have 11. That's close. Where am I supposed to play the other one into? I think it's just here. I think we do this and stay in. That's close though. We could lose this. How big is this? Sweet, so we're good. And that was actually the best one of us to hit there, too. And then Iron Man flips up here, and we go to 30. Nice, clean game. Victory. All right, well, that one is probably not going to be particularly useful. Yes, my entire deck, True Dawn, is this picture under my screen. That's it. That's the whole deck, those 12 cards. So if I Moon Girl plus Nightcrawler, my hand will copy Destroyer, Iron Man, Sentinel, which double Iron Man sounds great. Nakia probably means we're losing Monster Metropolis, huh? Think I'm gonna go ahead and just play Iron Man into Elysium here and see what we draw. I could also leave the Iron Man a surprise and like White Queen plus Sentinel this turn. That means I don't draw a card from my deck next turn, but I kind of have enough stuff in my hand to win the game from here on out, I think, right? Okay, so they have just Swarm in their hand. So they're about to discard. They're about to play a bunch of cards that discard cards here. My estimation that we're losing Monster Metropolis by a lot is accurate. I think Marvel Snap's core gameplay loop is super enjoyable. I don't only play the game on stream here pretty consistently, but I play it a ton off stream too, chat. Maybe too much if you ask my wife. The core gameplay loop of Snap is excellent. Okay, so usually these decks play Chavez as their last card, right? If I Iron Man here, we win the Avengers compound, and then we like Swarm here to hedge this a little bit, and we play this here for tiebreakers, and then we hope that they play their Chavez into here, thinking they can beat me, and then double Iron Man quads us up there. They could also play mid and then we get got though. Wait, do we beat that? Because this is a 5, right? We're good? Yeah, sick. Okay. Nice. Narrow margin. I thought they'd play into here and just like try and lock this and this. But I guess they knew we had another Iron Man. The copying their 5 power swarm was very good there. Chavez was nerfed down to 9 in this most recent match. Even if Chavez hadn't been nerfed here and we tied, they're up 13 here and we're up 15 here. So we still would have won this even before the Chavez nerf. Pool 1 and Pool 2 references the order in which you get cards in Marvel Snap. So there's 3 pools of cards that you collect cards from as you go up the collection level. Pool 1 is the first set, Pool 2 is the second, and then Pool 3 is just this really big everything else. So they front load which cards you get, so everybody has access to certain payoffs and certain answers to metagame threats. Mantis missing when they have Angela here is real sad. White Queen here and see what we get out of them. Oh. Okay, so why I'm laughing for people that are new. Agatha Harkness here says, she starts in your hand and she plays your cards for you. So my opponent is choosing to play that card. My White Queen copied the Agatha out of their hand. So when we copied their Agatha, she took over playing for us. That's why Mantis missed. Yeah. That's exactly right. That is why Mantis missed. Hey, thanks for being one of the awesome folks that made it all the way to the end of the video. Remember, if you want to see more stuff like this here, smash that like button. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. I'm absolutely loving all things Marvel Snap, and I'd love to do more of this, and your support makes that possible. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you back again real soon for more Snap content here on YouTube.